Hello, can you hear me?
Hi. How you doing, Jesse?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's just raining cats and dogs out here.
Whereabouts are you? Same here.
Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay. So not too far away, is it? If I know my geography.
Yeah, you guys are in Toronto right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about, let's say about 6 hour drive.
Okay. Oh, that's not far at all, really.
Oh, is it only
Yeah.
6 hours drive? Wow.
I think it
okay.
might be closer to 8, but it's about 6 to 8 hours. I went to, what was it, Niagara Falls on Canada's side, and then Quebec and Toronto, like about 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was fun. It was, I think it was more getting back into the U.S. The border was harder than actually going to Canada.
Really? Getting back as a US citizen?
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn,
I think we were in this line for like maybe 2 hours just waiting for people to like check like our stuff. So
I actually had the opposite, which I was really surprised at. Before COVID started, I went over and drove over the border at Niagara to Buffalo just to check it out and so on. Coming into the States, they were super chill. The guy was like, "Hey, welcome to America. Come back anytime." I was like, "This isn't what immigration
this
is."
is not what I was expecting.
And then came back in, and the Canadian guy was all hard-ass. He was like, "Well, what are you doing? Well, why are you here?" I'm like, "I'm illegally."
I love it.
I mean, legally.
Did you say illegally?
Yes, we did. It's been a crazy time. So that was honestly one of the questions I wanted to get into. How has this pandemic affected, especially with you guys debuting and kind of like just up and coming? How has that kind of affected maybe the way you've branded, maybe the way you've tried to approach new listeners and stuff like that?
Well, it certainly probably took a little bit of time to adjust because our initial plan coming here was playing live because we had a live set sort of ready to go. So we came over to Toronto and we were sort of getting a run of shows going and so on, getting a really good response. And then COVID just completely changed the whole perspective.
So just
Shut that down, man. Shut it down.
Yeah, I guess so. It just took a little bit of time, but then at the same time, you try and make the best of it. So we're really happy to get a chance to record and then put something out there as well. So I mean,
You definitely have no shortage of time to be in the studio creating things and really perfecting finishing touches. It's like there's no, I've got to get this done and then get out to the bar or go and perform somewhere. No, you're just in the house all day, so you've got time if you look at it in a positive way.
There's no other way to look at it, you know. I think that's one thing that we've all, I think, at least for me personally, I've learned that there's a way to look at this negatively, or there's a way to look at this positively, kind of like glass half full, half empty, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all stuff totally out of our control, isn't it? So what can you do? Try to roll with it and make the best of it.
I feel like that with our politics and everything we have here in the U.S., but that's here nor there. We shouldn't talk about that.
That's straight in. Second question, politics, right?
I guess this world has shown me just carefree, you know. Okay, so let me get like an official introduction. Let me go through the names with me here. I know it's the Chalmers Brothers, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Yep. So Anand and Bharat and Jan. Actually, Bharat is his real name, and his nickname is Bud.
Well, we're gonna stick with Bud then.
I love it. That's it. Go with Bud.
All right. So, my first question, just kind of like the three of you, what made you decide like we're gonna be a band of brothers? Like we're gonna just keep them family. Like you didn't want to bring anybody in.
Band with us?
Well, yeah.
We're left with each other then. All right. No other
choice.
No.
I guess we were kind of pressured into it by the fact that we were all brothers, and then because I'm the youngest, and then when I started playing music and guitar, it's like, well, I guess we have to be a band now because we all play.
It just came with the territory then, it sounds like.
Yeah. So like we all obviously living in the same house, we started playing music together. Eventually, we all wrote songs, and so you start making stuff together, and naturally evolved out of that, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of like, I don't know, that is, it's amazing to me that like I guess I think like it would be kind of maybe like a parent's pressure of maybe like, hey, you guys should stay together or anything, or like especially maybe even more with the pandemic this year, kind of everybody being at home.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah, so I mean, I guess we feel lucky as a band of brothers because in so many scenarios, being together is comfortable anyway. So, like, if we're locked down together, we're brothers. We can handle that.
We've done that.
You know, spending all day together, whatever, fighting it out. That's just normal life. That's not anything new. So, I think being a band of brothers we see it as a big advantage. I think.
All right. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, please go on.
Oh, I was gonna go right into the next question. I'm going 100 miles an hour at all times. I'm sorry, guys. But like, I had a question, like, kind of interview-wise. Do you guys like having the interviews more like with everybody or one-on-one?
Who do you want to kick out of this room? Like,
I'm not saying I gotta kick anybody out. This is a preference question. This isn't anything like you gotta go. Like, all right.
We approach it like Survivor. It's just the last one at a time, and then the last minute.
All right, everybody write a name. Everybody's got to write a name. I'll get a little flyer going on this computer, and we'll like turn it off.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, and then Jeff turns up. He's like, "The tribe has spoken."
The tribe has spoken.
Just don't start any fires.
No. It'll be rained out by the time I get started. But no. So all right, let's start diving into the new EP. Like, what kind of made you want to start with an EP? Was it more like, what kind of was going in for driving at pace? What went into this? What in these 5 songs?
We've got a fairly good collection of, like a fairly large collection of songs we've written. But as far as choosing it to be an EP to begin with, I think these 5 just fitted really well together. And I think there's a lot going on with each of these songs, and I think it was a good way to just highlight these 5 songs rather than it getting, if it's a whole album, there's a lot going on.
When introducing yourself, it felt the easiest to digest.
And we felt like these 5 is a good overview, snapshot of our whole town.
Yeah.
So it gave you kind of that overlook, kind of a good broad, and they all seem to just gel together.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
That's perfect. So, who would you say would be your main vocalist, or would you say it's a tie-in between everybody?
Pretty much a tie. So what?
They pretty much approach it like Lennon and McCartney, 50-50.
50-50. Okay, I like that.
Pretty much 50-50.
So what we've got in our in our live set, we've got 21 songs that we can play. So obviously that's an uneven number. So one of us sings more.
No, don't you remember the latest we came across?
Of course.
He was singing 11 and I was singing 10, and I was like, that is no good at all. So I took half the song.
Yes, the competition. Yes.
And now it's 10 and a half each, and then the 21 songs.
Like halfway through the song, you just pull my microphone out and start singing it himself. So that's how you get an even number.
So was that like in the recording booth? Like this was happening? Like, do you guys have a number count on the wall for this?
Hang on, you're singing more syllables than me.
I'm the numbers guy of the group, so I'm carefully watching at all times to make sure there's total equality.
That's awesome. You need a board. You need a board. So after like one song gets put in, you can go check it off.
Don't give them a board. I keep the numbers, okay? And that way, if you put a board up, they'll have an idea what's going on.
Oh man. Well then, yeah. Well, when you guys start blowing up and getting big like that won't matter, right? You'll just be chalking up anything on the board, right?
Yeah. I think you're getting a hint of how competitive brothers are amongst each other. On to me on the board.
For me, it's fun because like I grew up with 2 sisters, and so for me, the competitive edge came out of one of my sisters, and my other sister was more of the cheerleader, kind of just wanted to be girly type of stuff. So I kind of got that out of my one sister. I didn't have that band of brothers, but But no, that's just cool to me to see, kind of know that there's still a little competitive vibe even within the band, like, and doing your guys' work.
Well, in a fun way, we grew up competing with everything, like sports, whatever. Every sport we played against each other, and we're luckily sort of fairly similar. So everything is a slight competition, I think. True?
Yeah, I think we've grown out of that, though.
Oh, have you? Oh, we've grown out of it.
I have.
That was in the past, Jesse.
No, but I mean that's part of
Oh man,
that's part of working together as well. You've got that being comfortable with each other. That you can say anything, and sure you could say that sometimes that has slightly negative aspects of you can bicker a little bit too much because you will say anything to each other. But at the end of the day, I think it's a positive being able to have that totally being comfortable together.
yeah. I mean that sounds like just because you guys have lived and grown up together, and now you're not even been in the pandemic. That's just something of the second nature now with you guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's just awesome to hear, just to know like kind of the family aspect of it really does still go into this, and you can kind of fall back on that at times, kind of knowing that it's like these are my brothers, they've got my back. It doesn't matter what's happening.
Yeah. That's a big thing for sure. Absolutely.
So no matter how big the fight you have, it's like you can't leave. We live together. Where are you going to go?
Where are you gonna go? So I'm gonna throw a wrench right in the competitive chain here, and just say that Not a Soul in Sight is probably my favorite.
Okay.
Of your guys's. From each of you, I want to know what's your favorite song from the EP.
I'd probably go with Not a Soul Inside as well. Although I find it so hard to separate them. I love them like children. Like I feel guilty if I ever highlight one above the other.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pick. If you absolutely tied me down and forced me to, I'd maybe say Pink Chapter, just because this could change. This could change. But like at the moment, for me personally, very selfishly, the bass piece that I play, I really love that bass piece. It's really satisfying to play. Maybe I've been playing it for the least amount of time. It's the one I came up with most recently. So that just the first one I want to play. So that's all I'm going to say for now.
Do you have a favourite?
Yeah.
If I had to pick, I'd say Driving at Pace.
Okay.
Be the favourite. I just freezing up there.
We got
Yeah.
You good? You here?
Yeah.
We got you back in that.
Okay, we got you. Yeah. Driving at Pace. I don't know. I just think that it like goes over a whole.
I'm freezing a little.
All right.
And we're back. All right. So I just want to say thank you guys again for this interview. I got two questions I want to get through really quick before we take off here. My one question is, how does it feel now that the EP is out? You've got your first date, like your debut EP, first piece of work out to the public. How does it feel like now that you're done with that?
It feels great in the way that extremely satisfying to have a piece of work that you're really happy with out there. Like I think we're all happy with how the recording came together, the mixing and mastering. The songs sound just like we wanted them to, which we're really happy with. Like the vocals were really everything sort of clicked, and to have it out there was something we really had. So personally, I feel really satisfied to have something I'm really proud of out there.
We went through quite a bit of detailed work with our mixing engineer, really getting it exactly how we wanted it to sound. So when you put that effort in and you're happy with the final product, it is very satisfying.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right. So honestly, that brings me really to my last question. I like asking that because I like to see what some artists like, because some artists will actually give me this, I really am done with that song, and they're just they're thankful that this is just over. Like they've been listening to this song over and over again, or the EP songs over and over again, stuff like that. So it's really interesting to hear kind of the differences between that. My last question is, with however long the pandemic goes on, obviously it's different in different countries and stuff like that. What do you see for the band for the rest of 2020 as well as the rest of the future?
Well, the rest of 2020, I guess, will be carrying on promoting the CD. We had the Driving at Pace music video come out when the EP came out, and then we've got a music video lined up for Not a Soul in Sight as a sort of a second single. So I guess that'll come out probably just early December. We haven't settled on an exact date yet, but I just finished the process of editing it and stuff. So that's pretty much ready. So I guess that'll take up most of 2020. We're almost there. We're almost over with the worst year ever.
With hell year, yeah, we're close.
We're at the end. We don't have too much longer to wait. And then as far as 2021 goes, we've got all these songs.
Yeah, so I mean, look, at the moment, there's going to be no live shows shortly, it seems. So I guess on the back of promoting this, we'll probably look to record more of our work. Maybe also as this gains more traction, set up some virtual shows and that sort of thing. And then we do have a 21 song set of live music that we're ready to play once things open up. But it's so uncertain. How can you make a plan for that?
Yeah.
So you guys could explore promoting and getting this EP out as much as possible, doing all that, and then if the pandemic is still going, which obviously will for a few months, as we said, like we've got 21 songs on a live set that we can play, so then we can work on recording those, doing all that. We'll have the time to once again sit down, perfect them, be happy with it.
That sounds like you guys got a lot in store. You guys got some good stuff. I honestly, I really liked a couple of these songs on this EP. I think it's gonna go off. I wish the best of luck to you guys, and I hope we end up seeing you guys, maybe talking to you later down the road.
That would be awesome.
No, no, you don't want to talk to me, bud? Is that how it is?
No, I'm sorry, it was the wrong head movement. I was waiting to how much we enjoyed the interview, actually. And in the break, when it was all, I was saying how good you are at this and how much we were enjoying it when the video was down. So I'll work on my head movements, but it was great talking to you.
I'm just teasing. Don't worry. But yeah, I'll have all your social media and probably a link to a website or something like that for you right around this moment. And thanks again for coming on, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
You too.
Thanks, Jessey.
All right.
All the best.
Thank you.